This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. So today we'll see about the Oracle 12c architecture. Okay. So why should you go for 12c while you have 11g, the pre-12c databases are there? Why should you go for 12c architecture? That is the big question. Okay. So now I'll show you. In the PPT, we'll see some slides. This is how Oracle 12c is being architected. Okay. So earlier in our pre-12c databases, our 11g database or 10g database, the databases were like we had one instance, the corresponding database we had, isn't it? But we had the probability of our user data getting spoiled or destroyed was more, because while I'm doing the patching, or while I'm migrating the whole database, or I'm doing some maintenance activities, the possibility of my application data as well as the that is the user data of getting affected was high. The possibility was high. So Oracle thought that we have to divide the data into two categories. So one is metadata, the other one is user data or application data. Okay, one is metadata, the other one is application data or user data. Fine. So the metadata, they made it as the root container. Okay, so they called this as container databases. Fine. So Oracle 12c databases were called as container databases, which contained two container. Fine. So one is container databases. 12c databases were called as container databases, and these container databases contains two containers. One is root container, the other one is application containers. Okay, application containers or application databases, we used to say application container or application databases. Okay, or application databases or pluggable databases. Okay, pluggable databases. So one is root container, the other one is application container or application databases or pluggable databases, we can call them. So the root container only contains the metadata. Fine. The root container only contains the metadata, and these pluggable databases contains the actual data, that is application data or the user data. Application data or user data. So now this that possibility of my application data getting affected has been reduced, because if I am going to upgrade my database or if I am going to apply any patches on this database, I am going to apply only on the root container. Okay, so whenever I am doing upgrade or I'm applying the patch, it will affect only the metadata. My application data is safe now. Fine. This is how application data is safer now. Right. So this is how it has been classified now. Now what it contains is this root container and this application containers can be referenced by, okay, can be referred by container ID, okay, container ID and container name. So these are the views we use to check our databases, as what is the container ID and what is the container name of those databases. Fine. So we'll see how it is. So we have to give show container ID and show container name. So how the container IDs are being organized means, container ID is 0 for the whole database, okay, 0 for the whole database, and the container ID is 1 for root container, container ID is excuse me, 2 for PDB dollar seed. So I'll tell you shortly what it is. And from container ID 3 only other pluggable databases, other PDBs, okay, are being organized like this. So we know that including this root container, PDB dollar seed and PDBs whole, all these is called as the whole container database. Fine. That is our the whole container database. This CDB1 or CDB contains the root container as well as the PDBs. So in this PDBs, I have one more PDB called PDB dollar seed. So right, that is our whole container database contains two types of containers. One is root container, the other one is application container or pluggable database. So in this application databases, I have one PDB called PDB dollar seed, which is of type, okay, which is of type template. Fine. So template database through which I can create the database, okay, through which I can create the DB. Through the template I can create the database. Just this is only for the creating templates, that's it, okay. And also it is a read-only database, fine. So by default it will be in read-only database only. If we want, we make it as we can make it as a read write, but that is not required normally. Normally the purpose of the PDB dollar seed database is just to create the database from this PDB seed, that's it, just a template. So while I'm creating a database as a container database, I will be having one root container. So I'll call that root container as CDB dollar root, okay. So CDB dollar root and PDB dollar seed. This is how it is organized. The other PDBs whichever we are creating, while creating the CDB itself, we used to make it as give the name as CDB1 or CDB2 or whatever it is. Fine. So this is how it has been organized. So container ID is 0 for the whole database, for the whole container database, and container ID is 1 for CDB dollar root, 2 for PDB dollar seed, and 3 for the subsequent databases, pluggable databases, whichever I am having. As well as I told you that it is it has been architected only for making our data more flexible as well as more secure. Fine. So that's why Oracle 12c databases came in. Now what happens is we have then you might arise a question, what happens to the redo log files, data files, control files and all. Fine. So only the data files are exclusive, separate, okay, exclusive for each PDB, and the other files like control files or redo log files are common. Okay, that is at the root container level. These files will be the other files, all the other files like password file or parameter file, sp file, p file, all these files are common at root container level. Okay, root container level. So these PDBs have their own data files and they will be stored under their own directory. So for example, HR is a database or inventory is a database or sales is a database. So they have their own directories. They have their own data files under their own directories. Fine. So this is how the PDBs and CDBs are being organized. Right. So when I give show container ID or show container name, I can find out. See, show I have pluggable databases, these many more. So show container ID I'm giving. See, it's showing us 1. Okay, container ID is 1. So show container name CDB $root. Fine. So this is how we are supposed to check what is my container name. Right. So now if I am inside my container, root container, now I am inside the root container. Just now I saw when I gave show container ID, it showed as 1, and show container name when I gave CDB $root, it is same, right? So this is how my container ID are showing me. So now what I'll do, if I am in root container and I want to move to PDB. Okay, so PDB means there are 2 methods I can go. Okay, there are 2 methods to go inside the PDBs. Fine. So one is like this. I can give alter session set container is equal to PDB1 or PDB2, whatever it is. The other one is I can connect through listener. Okay, through listener also I can connect. Fine. So we'll see the first method first. So alter session set container is equal to PDB1 I am giving. Now show PDBS. See, show PDBS is the other command. How I'll check the status of the PDBS means show PDBS. Okay, show PDBS I can give so that it will show me the ID along with the name and either it is in restricted mode or not. Okay, so that's what we are seeing here. So when I give show PDBS, it is showing the container ID of this pluggable database because we have come inside this PDB1. That's why it is showing only PDB1. If you are inside the root container, it will be showing all the PDBs. Just now it showed, right? So it showed all the PDBs. So as soon as I log in into my PDB1, it is showing me PDB1 mounted. Fine. So if I try to give this command, because I'm in mount stage, I want to open my PDB to read write mode. Okay, so there are 2 methods I can give. That is, what I can give is I can go to the CDB $root container and then I can give this PDB1 open. Okay, that is, we'll see what are all the commands available. So at root container level, that is alter pluggable database, all open I can give, or alter pluggable database, particular PDB. Okay, particular PDB ID open I can give. So if I give all the database open means all the PDBs whatever are there, they will go to open mode. So particular PDB ID also I can give, like PDB1 or PDB2, whatever it is, that also I can give. Fine. So like this I used to give. Other than the show PDBS command, I can give this as well as alter session set container. Set container is equal to PDB1 as we saw earlier. The other command is I want to connect. Normally how we will connect, like this, connect slash us sysdba we used to connect, or connect sys slash oracle at pdb1 as sysdba. Like this also I can connect. Okay, if I want to connect inside my pdb1, I have to connect like this, or else how you can connect is, if I want to connect my I am inside my pdb1, I want to go inside the root container. Okay, connect slash as oracle at cdb1 as sysdba. Okay, so like this I can give. So we'll see. So now I'll show pdbs. It is in mount stage, so it's not, I have to go as a root container, alter session set container is equal to cdb $root. Okay, so either I have to give this, or alter session set container is equal to cdb $root. So like this, if I'm inside a pdb1 and I want to switch to the other container, I can give like this, cdb $root. Or if I am connecting normally a slash a sysdba, it will be getting connected to the particular container only. Okay, so show container name I'll give cdb $root. I'm inside my cdb $root. So from here I can open all my PDBs.
Hey, Ronnie,
Yeah,
can you open the PDB from the root? Or you have to, I think you have to move from the root to the PDB so you can go and open the PDB, right?
yeah.
Yeah, because I saw like you was, I saw someone say it did not start. Maybe it's because you was still on the root.
No, from the root container only I have to open the database.
Oh, got you. Thank you.
There is some problem with the background process, that's why I shut down. So for container database, while you are opening the database, it will be normal. Normally as usual we have to open the database. Is equal to cdb2 see, as usual you can get select name comma open underscore mode from v $database. So now show pdbs pdb2. So alter pluggable database pdb2 open. So as I said earlier, this PDB $seed is the template to create the database from this PDB $seed, and it will be by default, it will be in read-only mode. So what do you mean by this restricted? Means whenever I'm creating a table space or some users I'm creating, if it doesn't match with the root container, the PDB's table spaces or the users doesn't match with the CDBs, then you might get error here, restricted as yes. So it won't allow to start the database, to open the PDB. Okay, so that's why we have to synchronize, that is the name of the table space, whatever we are creating, it should have the same name there and here. That's why it is saying that if there is any problem, it might throw error. So alter session set container is equal to PDB1, PDB2. So now show PDBs, see PDB2. Now I'll show you how the files are being organized. So like this is my Oracle home. Okay, this is my Oracle home. I'm working in 18C database. That's why I'm showing you 18.0.0. So that's not an issue. So under this is my Oracle home, under which I'll have, normally I used to have my DBS. So DBS means under this I used to have my the trust password file, P file, SP file, etc. So my SP file is here. Fine. So my redo log files and all, let me check where it is. See, select name from $data file. It shows under Vara data, under CDB2 directory. This is the machine generated name for PDB2. Okay, so this is for PDB $seed. Yeah, you can see here, that is since we are under PDB2, it is showing the corresponding data files inside this PDB2. Okay, so this is the machine generated name for PDB2. Under that, it is creating the directory called data file, and then you have the system, sysocs, undo, users, etc. These are the data files here. So I want to check, I'll go to the CDB root and check. So let me check, select name from $data file. See, you have system, sysocs, undo. Here also system, sysocs, users, undo. So what do you mean by this? Means this system, sysocs, undo is for the root container. Okay, next system, sysocs, users, undo is there, no? This is for system, sysocs, users. This is for PDB $seed file. Okay, and you have the users data file here. So this is how it's organized. So since we have the PDB, like PDB2 is there, so PDB2's data file is also showing here. When we entered into the PDB2, it showed the same path. These path only it showed, isn't it? So in the root container level, when I'm checking, it's showing all the data files. That is for the root container. Next three are for the PDB $seed, and these are for the PDB1. So like this only it used to start. Fine. So fine, Maurice and Slim, we shall proceed in the next class. Okay. Thanks
Okay.
for joining me. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.